Hi students, in this video we are going to discuss about alpha decay, beta decay and gamma decay. First let us discuss about the alpha decay. When an unstable nucleus decay by emitting an alpha particle, it loses 2 protons and 2 neutrons. As a result, its atomic number Z decreases by 2 and mass number decreases by 4. We can write the alpha decay process symbolically in the following way. In this expression, X is called the parent nucleus and Y is called the daughter nucleus. Here X is the unstable nucleus that emits the alpha particles. Alpha particle is nothing but a helium atom which has a mass number 4 and atomic number 2. So this parent nucleus, that is an unstable nucleus, emits the alpha particle. During this process, a new nucleus is created. That nucleus is known as daughter nucleus. As per the conservation of charges, the total charges after the alpha decay should be equal to total charges before the alpha decay. So here you can add the mass number A minus 4 plus 4. So 4 minus 4 can be cancelled. That is equal to A. So same A is here. So likewise Z minus 2 here also plus 2. So 2 can be cancelled. So atomic number Z. So on both the side number of charges are balanced. Let us take an example. In this example, decay of uranium. So uranium 238 is taken. So uranium 38 nucleus emits the alpha particle. Here we have to write the daughter nucleus. So how can we write? As per this expression, in the daughter nucleus, mass number will be reduced by 4 and atomic number reduced by 2. So 238, that is a mass number in the parent nucleus. So 238 minus 4, that is 234. Likewise 92, that is atomic number in a parent nucleus. For the daughter nucleus, it will be reduced by 2. So 92 minus 2, so 90. So atomic number 90 represents the thorium. So decay of uranium 238 to thorium 234 with the emission of alpha particles. In this process, the total mass of the daughter nucleus and the helium nucleus, that is alpha particle, is always less than that of the parent nucleus. The difference in mass is released as a energy called disintegration energy Q. So that can be written as mass of daughter nucleus, which is represented by Y, and mass of alpha particles, M alpha. Summation of the two masses is always less than the mass of the parent nucleus. Here there is a mass difference. So how can we find the mass difference? Del M, mass difference is given by the term del M, that is equal to greater value mx minus summation of the mass of the daughter nucleus and mass of the alpha particles. So minus can be taken inside. Here during the alpha decay, mass is reduces. Then what about the mass? Mass will be converted into energy according to Einstein's equation. E, that is equal to mc square. Here that energy is given by the letter Q, which is known as disintegration energy. So instead of M, we have to substitute the del M. Mx minus My minus M alpha into, as per that relation, we have to multiply with C square. Here you have to note down for spontaneous decay. That means natural radioactivity Q is always greater than 0. If the disintegration energy Q is less than 0 means the decay process cannot occur spontaneously and energy must be supplied to induce the decay. Here it is not a spontaneous process. Let us discuss the next type, beta decay. In beta decay, the radioactive nucleus emits either electron or positron. If electron is emitted, the decay is called as beta minus decay. And if the positron is emitted, the decay process is known as beta plus decay. The positron is an antiparticle of an electron whose mass is same as that of the electron and the charge is opposite to that of electron. That means it has the charge plus E. Both positron and the electron are referred to as beta particles. First, let us take the beta minus decay. In beta minus decay, the atomic number of the nucleus increases by 1, but its mass number remains same. This decay is represented by this expression. In the last discussion, we have seen X represent the parent nucleus, which has a mass number A and the atomic number Z. Here, beta minus decay we have taken, minus. So, it's going to emit the electron in this process. So, let us take electron. So, one electron is removed from the parent atom. Then what about the atomic number? How can we compensate? So, in a daughter nucleus, atomic number is going to change. So, you have to add 1. So, minus is taken outside. So, we have to add 1 to compensate that one. Is there any change in mass number? There will be no change in the mass number. So, as it is, you can write A. During this process, extra another one particle is going to emitted antineutrino. This expression implies that element X becomes Y by giving out of an electron and antineutrino. In other words, in each beta minus decay, one neutron in the nucleus of parent nucleus is converted into proton by the emission of an electron and antineutrino. So how this electron is emitted? So one neutron in the parent nucleus is converted into proton, electron and antineutrino. Let us take one example. Carbon 14. Mass number is 14 and atomic number is 6. It is a parent nucleus. It is going to emit the electron and the antineutrino. So what decay is this? It is a beta minus decay. So during the beta minus decay, one daughter nucleus will be formed. But what about the mass number? Mass number will be same, 14. But what about the atomic number? Atomic number will be increased by 1. So 14 and 7. So which element has that atomic number 7? Nitrogen. So during the beta minus decay, atomic number increased by 1. In the daughter nucleus, atomic number increased by 1, but mass number as same as parent nucleus. Let us discuss the second type in the beta decay, beta plus decay. In beta plus decay, the atomic number is decreased by 1 and again mass number remains same. Can be represented like this, same parent nucleus I have taken, but here it is going to emit the positron. That means it undergoes beta plus decay. Positron can be represented with E plus. And here another one particle called neutrino is going to emit a daughter nucleus Y. Mass number will be same. First you can write mass number as it is A. Then what happened to the atomic number? Reduced by 1. Here it is positive charge. So here you can reduce 1. This expression implies that the element X becomes Y by giving out an positron and neutrino. In other words, for each beta plus decay, proton in the nucleus X is converted into neutron, positron and neutrino. So proton in each parent nucleus is converted into neutron, positron and neutrino. Let us understand with one example. Sodium nucleus with a mass number 22 and atomic number 11. It is going to emit the positron and the neutrino. Beta plus decay. So during the beta plus decay, what is the condition? Atomic number in the daughter nucleus should be reduced by 1. So 10. What about the mass number? Mass number is same. So which element has the atomic number 10? It is neon. However, single proton cannot exhibit beta plus decay due to energy conservation because neutron mass is larger than proton mass. But a single neutron can exhibit beta minus decay because in the beta minus decay we have learned single neutron only converted into proton, electron and antineutrino. It is important to note the electron or positron which comes out from the nuclei during the beta minus decay and the beta plus decay are not present inside the nuclei. We know that already. Inside the nucleus we have protons and neutrons only, but during this nuclear process electrons and positrons are emitted. Actually they are not inside the nucleus. Then how they are produced? They are produced only during the conversion of neutron into proton and proton into neutron. Let us discuss the last process, gamma emission. In alpha and beta decay, the daughter nucleus is in the excited state most of the time. The lifetime of excited state is approximately 10 to the power of minus 11 second only. So this excited state nucleus immediately returns to the ground state or lower energy state by emitting highly energetic photon. In fact, when the atom is in the excited state, it returns to the ground state by emitting photons of energy in the order of few electron volt. The gamma emission is given by, here this symbol represents excited state nucleus. In gamma emission, there is no change in the mass number and the atomic number of the nucleus. Let us discuss with one example, 2 beta decay modes. Let us discuss the first one. It undergoes beta decay directly into ground state carbon as shown here. So boron 12 undergoes beta decay directly into the ground state carbon. During this process, it emits an electron of maximum of energy 13.4 mega electron volt. So during this process, electron is emitted with the energy 13.4 mega electron volt. So electron is emitted with this energy. So how can we write this in a expression? Boron 12 undergoes beta decay directly into the ground state of carbon by emitting the electron with the energy 13.4 mega electron volt. And another one particle is antineutrino. Let us discuss the second mode. It undergoes beta ray emission to an excited state of carbon 12. Here it is the representation of excited state of the carbon 12. So this symbol represents the excited state. So it comes to the excited state of the carbon 12. During this process, it emits an electron of maximum energy 9 mega electron volt. So here also electron is emitted with the energy 9 mega electron volt. It is followed by the gamma decay to the ground state by emitting a photon of energy 4.4 mega electron volt. From the excited state, it comes to the ground state by emitting the gamma rays with the energy 4.4 mega electron volt. So how can we represent the second mode with the equation? From the excited state of the carbon come to the ground state of the carbon with the emission of gamma rays that has the energy 4.4 mega electron volt. So gamma rays are emitted.